begins in a breathtakingly gorgeous city where everyone lived in joy, where every wish seemed to come true. As though the land itself were magical, yet this happiness was not destined to last forever. After a massive, destructive war, everything that once flourished in the city was gone. Dark, gloomy clouds spread across the sky, covering the city, blocking out the sun, and strangely, never letting rain fall either. In the aftermath of the great battle, the city's beauty and prosperity had completely disappeared. A kind hearted soldier had rescued a boy named Peter during the war and raised him like his own son. One day, this soldier handed Peter a few coins to buy breakfast from the market. Yet when Peter reached the bazaar, instead of food, he noticed a striking red sign hanging there. Unable to resist his curiosity, Peter entered. He spent the money on a meal. But while eating, he began asking questions to the strange woman who was present. To his shock, the woman already knew many things about Peter's life. The revelation left him completely bewildered. The girl calmly told him, "Your sister is still alive." Peter was shaken, for the soldier had always said his entire family had died in the war. The woman explained, "Since you paid only the one coin, you are allowed only a single question. That might help solve your problem. Think carefully before asking." Peter reflected deeply before finally asking, "How can I see my sister again?" The girl replied, "Through an elephant. You can reach your sister." Hearing such an absurd statement, Peter grew frustrated and left, returning home in anger. But instead of receiving food, he was punished with endless marching drills. He told the soldier everything, that a woman had claimed his sister was alive and could be found with the help of an elephant, but the soldier dismissed it all as lies. To divert his mind, the soldier shared a story about another warrior. That man read a certain book daily, and whenever he read it, he cried. Because of this weakness, his attention strayed from battle. So one day the soldier took his book away. From then on, the man became a fearless fighter. The soldier told this tale to teach Peter that if he wanted to grow strong, he must give in to his weakness. The soldier concluded, "I saw your sister and mother with my own eyes. Searching for what does not exist anymore is useless." Later that night, Peter's marching disturbed the neighbors living below. They called him and asked him to stop doing such things so late. Peter adored his neighbors, so he shared the entire matter with one of them, explaining how the woman had claimed his sister was alive. The man listened attentively and said, "It might be true. Perhaps you may indeed find her." Then the scene shifts to a magician. His performance was so poor that nobody admired his magic. Distressed, he invited a woman to witness his final magical act. This time, he chanted a spell of immense power. Suddenly, the ruined city began to glow beautifully once more, but the spell didn't go as intended. Instead, it went wrong, and an enormous elephant appeared out of thin air, collapsing on the woman. Terrified, the crowd screamed and scattered. That night, Peter dreamed of playing with his sister. The dream left him restless. He woke up determined to revisit the mysterious woman who had spoken of his sister. But when he arrived, not only was she missing, her tent had vanished as well. He asked others nearby about the woman who had been there the day before, but no one knew anything. While speaking with people, he overheard that an elephant had appeared during a magical performance. This instantly reminded him of the woman's word, "Through an elephant you shall meet your sister." At the first he thought it foolishness, since no elephants existed in this city. But now he began to believe. Excited, he ran to his neighbor and exclaimed, "An elephant has just come to the city. Maybe this is one who will reunite me with my sister." The man was delighted and said, "Yes, it is possible.
Do not worry. I will stand by you and do all I can to help you. Peter went to share the news with the soldier, but the soldiers still refused to believe. Meanwhile, the helpful neighbor went to the palace to inquire about the elephant. He learned that the animal was being held captive like a prisoner. Was the authorities planned to kill it soon, fearing it posed danger to the city. This was troubling. So the man wrote a letter directly to the king, urging him to visit the city to see the elephant himself.
Since the king loved spectacles, the plan worked. He ordered that elephant be kept alive until his arrival. When the king finally entered the city, everyone welcomed him with great celebration. The elephant was painted with bright colors for display. But the paint caused irritation, making the animal furious. The crowd panicked. Yet Peter realized what was wrong. He wet a cloth and carefully wiped away the harmful powder from the elephant's eyes. The elephant instantly calmed. Everyone understood the creature was harmless. The elephant even used its trunk to collect water and gently offered it to Peter. Then it peacefully sat down. The leader of the city was astonished by Peter's bravery. He offered Peter a role as a caretaker of the elephant, but Peter said, I cannot merely look after him. I must take him with me, for he is one who can reunite me with my sister. Before the leader could object, the king intervened. If you complete 3 impossible tasks, the elephant shall be yours, he declared. Task 1. The duel. Peter's first challenge was to fight fearsome warrior. The king handed Peter his sword, but the boy could barely lift it. His neighbor trained him bravely. For the first time, the film revealed Peter's sister alive indeed. She too dreamt of an elephant. When she told his sister, she was advised to forget it and sleep. Next morning, Peter faced massive soldier 3 times his size. When he learned the man's name, he recalled the story told by the soldier about the weak man who cried over a book. The very soldier stood before him. Peter thought, instead of fighting, why not defeat him by exposing his weakness? So Peter fled, luring the soldier. He reached his house and retrieved the book. When the soldier saw it, he was overwhelmed with the emotion, remembering his mother, and broke down. Thus Peter won his first challenge without fighting. The king was amazed. Peter's next task was to fly. Impossible, he thought. Late while feeding the elephant, Peter said, I don't know if I can fly tomorrow, but I promise I will free you and send you back to your family. These words filled the elephant with hope, and in return, the elephant inspired Peter with courage. This hope spread among the people, and as hope grew, the ruined city began to show signs of revival. On the day of task, Peter climbed the tallest building. He leapt and parachute of his own invention opened. He floated gracefully through the air. Everyone marveled, and Peter won his second trial. Her sister, who had reached the city, saw him with joy, though she didn't know he was her brother. The king's final test was for Peter to make the city head laugh, who had not laughed since his brother's death in the war. Peter tried telling jokes, but no one laughed. The head pretended to laugh so Peter would win, but the king caught the trick and declared Peter defeated. Heartbroken, Peter pleaded, Please don't punish the elephant. He too has a family. Let me take him back. But the king refused. Then, angered, the elephant sprayed strange water on the king. This made the chief burst out laughing along with everyone else. Thus Peter had indeed succeeded. The impossible third task was complete. The elephant was handed to him. Meanwhile, the magician who had caused the elephant's arrival was imprisoned. Peter begged him, Please cast a spell to send the elephant home. The magician said, My magic doesn't work. I have lost faith in it. But a woman encouraged, Your magic revived the city. It gave people hope. It works. Inspired, the magician recited another incantation. The elephant vanished, returned to his homeland. The city shone once more, sunlight breaking through after many years of darkness. But Peter still didn't know his sister was. At that moment, his sister appeared and asked, Why did you send the elephant away? He was meant to guide me to my destiny. Soon after, the soldier realized the truth that Peter's sister had survived the war explosion. He recognized her at last. Finally, Peter and sister embraced joyfully. The city was restored to its former beauty, where miracles seemed possible again. Families rejoiced together. The elephant reunited with his own kin, never forgot Peter. He remembered Peter's face with affection, and so this remarkable story ends here. Thank you for watching.